Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
Very good morning. Okay, a very good morning to all of you children. In last session, we finished with our expansion chapter. Today, we are going to take a new topic, which is called indices. I hope that many of you already know what do you mean by indices. We have done questions related to this in a previous grade also, grade 8. So let's do a little recap of this chapter. Okay, so the chapter is indices. Indices is a plural form of the word index, correct? Suppose I'm having 2 into 2. Can I write it as 2 raised to power 2? Correct? Suppose now I want to multiply 2, 2, 2 and 2. So I'm multiplying 2 how many times? 4 times. So I can give it 2 raised to power 4. Right? Now suppose I am multiplying 2, 2, 2 n times. Right? For n factors. So I can write it at 2 raised to power n. Clear? How many times I'm going to multiply it? N times. So I can write it 2 raised to power n. Now this n, right, is called as index and this is called as base. Correct? So that means for any real number, if I say any real number is a, it can be anything. It can be 1, 2, 3 or it can take any value, right? For any real number, if I'm multiplying it till its n factors, so I can write it as a raised to power n, where a is your base, n is your index, or it's also called as exponent. Clear? Is this clear? Right? So if I'm saying 3 into 3 into 3 into 3 into 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can write it as 3 raised to power 5, right? Where 5 is index and 3 is base. Clear? No, just listen to it. Don't write it anywhere. Okay, children? Just listen it. Whatever I'm saying, listen to it. So for any positive integer n and any real number a, right, we can write it in the form of a raised to power n. Clear? Now, there's one more thing which is called as fractional indices. Here, suppose I'm writing x raised to power n gives me a. That means any number raised to power, if I'm giving some power, it's equal to a. For example, if I say 2 raised to power 3 is what? 8. Clear? Right? So this, right? So x is for n is a. So I can say nth root of a. X raised to power n will give me a. That means 2 raised to power 3. If I see, it will give me 8, right? This you all know. So this nth root of a is denoted as a raised to power 1 upon n. Nth root. Clear? So nth root of a is denoted by a raised to power n. Clear? So for example, if I say square root of this. So this I can represent a raised to power 1 upon 2. It's a fractional indices, correct? Index is in the form of fraction, right? So square root of a I can write, and what we call it as, this is called nth root. This will be called as square root. Now if I am writing, so this I can write it as, so this will be called as cube root, correct? Now if I am giving a fourth, this I can write it as 1 upon 4. So it is called as fourth root. Clear? So how can I write this? This further implies that 8 raised to power 1 upon 3 is 2. Clear or not? Right? So this is the cube root of 8 is going to be 2, which further implies that 2 cube is 8. Clear? So these are called as fraction indices. Okay. One more thing which you have to understand is here. Suppose I am writing A this form. A is given a power P upon Q, which is a fraction indices. There are two ways of writing it. Tell me P upon Q. Can I write it as 1 upon Q into P? Right? P upon Q can be also written as P into 1 upon Q. Clear? P upon Q I can write 1 upon Q into P, or P upon Q I write P into 1 upon Q, both. So same way, can I write it this? Right? And this I can further write it as, if I want to write, clear? I can write this thing as A 1 upon Q raised to P, or AP raised to 1 upon Q. So if I write it this way, this is the qth root. I can write it this way. And this is again qth root. I can write it. Clear? Right? We've already done such things before also. So I'll just give an example. If I write it as 8 raised to power 2 upon 3. Correct? So can I write it at 8 correct? Now cube root of 8, can I write it as, right? What is cube root of 8? It is 2. Clear? Right? This can be also written as, or I can write, right? 8 square means 64. Cube root of 64 is again cube root of 4 cube, which is 4. Got it? Clear? Is it clear till here? Okay. Just one second. Yes, Arya, what is your doubt?
Yeah, ma'am. I don't understand how you got 1 by 3 and all that stuff.
What?
I don't understand how you get 1 by 3. 8 raised to 1 by 3. I don't understand that part.
I said 2 upon 3. Can I write it 2 into 1 upon 3?
No, but not that. Like you told that 8, like 2 square, 2 cube is equal to 8. So you wrote then 2 cube is equal to 8, 1 by
We
3.
said if it is x raised to power n equal to a, right? Then nth root of a is defined as a raised to power 1 upon n.
But how?
This is the way, correct? So nth root is defined this way. Same way, if I say 2 cube is 8, correct? So I can say the cube root of 8 is equal to 2. You find cube root. You have done cube root in previous grade, 8th grade also, right? So cube root means taking 1/3 of the index, right? Square root means taking 1/2 of the index. Do you remember it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So same way, if I have to define nth root, it is going to be defined this way. Correct? The nth root depending on this. Now here it will be 8 1 upon 3. Correct? Suppose now it is 2 raised to power 2 is 4. Correct? So nth root, here it is square root, right? So square root of 4, how we define? This way, right? This also means square root of 4.
Oh.
Correct?
Ma'am, this only works if it's like x raised to n is equal to a. Only in that form it will work.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Okay, now So let's start with some laws of indices which you will be using and which you have done before also. Clear? So what does the first law say? AM into AN. If bases are same, powers are added. These you can write. Correct? Let's deal with some of the laws of indices. It's for any real number A. Correct? And for all rational numbers m and n, A is m plus n. Second is AM upon AN. I can write it as AM minus n. Remember here, A should not be equal to 0, right? Then third is AM. This means AM into n. Power law, right? Then fourth is, if I say A upon B raised to power n. Now bases are different, but power is same. So I can write it as AN and B raised to power n. Then power goes to both. Here bases were same. Then what we do? If they're multiplied, we add them. If they're divided, then we subtract them. Here AM raised to power n, it becomes m into n. Here bases are different, but power is same. So same power applies to both the bases, provided here B is not equal to 0. Then fifth one is A raised to power minus n is 1 upon AN, where A is not equal to 0, right? This again, if you are having a negative power, you can take a reciprocal of it and power becomes positive, right? These are all things which you have done in previous grades also, laws of indices, correct? Or you can say laws of exponent. Then sixth is if it's in the fraction form now, right? It's in the fraction form and you're giving me a negative power. What we said, we take a reciprocal and then the power becomes positive. So this becomes B upon A raised to power n. You're taking a reciprocal of it and the power becomes positive. Then A raised to power 0. Anything raised to power 0 is always 1. Remember this also. And this also we have done. If AM is equal to AN, right? Now bases are equated. If bases are same, then we can equate powers also, right? If AM is equal to AN, that means M is equal to N. Now suppose this is AM equal to BM. Now what you see, bases are different, but powers are equal, right? If AM is equal to BM, this implies A equal to B. Yeah. Then there's one more. If I say P raised to power M into Q raised to power R, sorry, Q raised to power N and R raised to power S. If P raised to power M into Q raised to power N into R raised to power S is equal to P raised to power A into Q raised to power B into R raised to power C. If something like this is there, that P raised to power M into Q raised to power N into R raised to power S is same as P raised to power A, Q raised to power B and R raised to power C. This implies that your M is equal to A, your N is equal to B and your S is equal to C. Here, this is just the formulas, the laws which you have done in previous grades also. Just do a little recap of it. When we will be solving this exercise, okay, these all laws will be used there. So is it clear? Right? Write down all these laws and we'll be using it when we're solving the exercise. Clear? So before we start, I'll just ask you one or two questions. If I'm saying this means find the 1/3 of 8, right? Correct? Correct or not? That this means this is cube root of 8. So how do we find it? It's a fractional indice. Remember one thing, always look at the denominator. What is denominator here? 3. So try to write this in the form of with the power 3. So can I write 8 as 2 raised to power 3? Is 8 2 raised to power 3? Yes. Correct? Now look at this power law. What does it say? If a raised to power m raised to power n, then it becomes a into m into n. So can I write it as 2 into 3 into 1 upon 3? 3 and 3 cancels out. Your answer is 2. Yes, cube root of 8 is 2. Clear? Correct? So whenever you're solving a question like this, look at the fractional indices, look at its denominator and try to bring your x with the power of this denominator. Okay? And remember all the laws which we are going to use here. Okay, we'll start with the exercise, or I'll just give you one more example. Suppose it is 9. You have to evaluate this. 9 raised to power 3 by 2. Correct? Now look at the denominator. What is in denominator? 2. So try to bring this in the form of exponent 2. Can I write it? 3 raised to power 2. Sorry. 9 can be written as 3 raised to power 2. Correct? Now which law is this? This is AM. N is AM into N. So can I write it 2 into 3 by 2? 2 and 2 cancels out. It is 3 cube. So what is 3 cube? 27. Got it? Right? So whenever you see questions like this.
Ma'am?
Yes?
Can I ask a doubt?
Yeah, please ask.
Now, how did you get 3 by 2 beside that 2? Like, it was like 3 square. So it was a square, and how did you get 3 by 2?
I'm saying if the question is evaluate this, correct? That means find 3 by 2th root of 9, correct? So how do we do it? I say, can 9 be written as 3 raised to power 2? Is 9 3 square?
Yeah.
Yes. Clear? Is this step clear?
So why 3 by 2?
It's given. I'm writing 9 as
Oh, yeah.
square. It's given, correct? And then we apply the power law. So it's 3 cube, which is 27. Got it?
Okay. And ma'am, in this 10th thing, in the 10th formula, so in like if the equation is like p raised to m, q raised to n, and r raised to s, so like another equal to sign, and then this p raised to s, q raised to b, and r raised to c, then only this law can be applied.
Yes.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, so let's start with the exercise now. Exercise 6, you have to evaluate. Question 1 is evaluate means you need to find its value, correct? So first part we are doing 125 raised to power 1 upon 3. It's a fractional indice 1 upon 3, right? So what are we going to do? We are going to look at the denominator. What is denominator here? 3. We'll try to bring 125 as a power, given a power 3, correct? So can I write it as, can 125 be written as 5 raised to power 3? Yes. So then apply power law. So here you write am raised to power n is equal to am into n. Is it clear? Right? Is it clear? Anyone having doubt here? Oh, many of you got the answer, right? This is exercise 6. This is exercise 6, page 82. Now we are doing second part, 8 2 upon 3. You have to evaluate it, right? You have to find 2 by 3rd of, this is 8 2 upon 3. So can I write it as, look at the denominator. What is the denominator? 3. So can I write it as 2 raised to power 3? Then apply power law. 3 3 cancels out. It is 2 raised to power 2, which is 4. Got it? See, it is easy to find square root, cube root, fourth root. But if it's given in the fractional indices this way, 2 upon 3. So how to solve it? So what we do? Make 8 as 2 ka cube into 2 upon 3 as it is. And power law and write it. Please write the power law beside it. Whichever law you're using, write beside it. Okay? Yes, very good. But law is to be written. Okay? Now next is fourth part, which is 16 minus 3 upon 4. Now there are two ways. Either you convert this into first positive, or you can keep it as it is. Later you can convert it into positive number. Correct? Now 16, look at the denominator. What is here in denominator? 4. Can I write 16? Can I write it as the power of something, which is the power 4? So can I write it 2 raised to power 4 into minus 3 upon 4? Right? 16 can be written as with the base 2 and power 4. Can I write? Yes. Now further apply the power formula. Power law. 4 and 4 cancels out. Your answer is 2 raised to power minus 3. You're not going to keep your answer as negative. You will always bring your answer to the positive. So how to bring positive? Now which law was here? The law which we use is AMN. And here can I write it as, correct? Because A raised to power minus n is, now what is 1 upon 2 cube? It is 1 by 8. Right? Whenever they say evaluate, you must write answer to the final one. Never keep your answer in the negative power. Correct? Now, which law did I apply here? I applied A raised to minus n is reciprocal with the positive power. Okay, very good. Most of you are doing it. Now, next is sixth part, which is 8 upon 125 raised to power minus 1 upon 3. Either you change it to the positive here only, or you solve it first and then change it. It's your wish. Okay, let's do it. Can I write it as 125 upon 8 raised to power 1 by 3? Right? Remember the law which says A upon B raised to power negative power means B upon A raised to power positive. Now 125 can be written as 5 cube. 8 can be also written as 2 cube. Correct? Now this I can further write as 5 upon 2 whole cube into 1 upon 3, because 3 goes to this also, 3 goes to this also. It's a common power. So we can write it this way. 3 and 3 cancels out. Your answer is 5 by 2. What is 5 by 2? Are you all getting the answer? Right? 5 by 2 you can further write into the mixed form, which is 2, 1 upon 2. Clear? Any doubt here? Anyone having any doubt? Yes. Please bring your answer to the mixed fraction. Those who have written till 5 upon 2 only, bring it to the mixed fraction. And write the laws beside it, whichever law you're using, write those laws beside it, okay? Because it carries marks. Now, 8th one, it is 0.001 raised to power minus 1 upon 3. Correct. Right? Now it is in decimal form. So what can I do? Can I write it as 0.011 can be written as 1 upon 1000, right? Now it's a negative power. Let me change to positive. When I change to positive, I have to take a reciprocal. Can I write it this way? Right? Now, which law was this? It was, right? P upon Q raised to power minus N is Q raised to power P positive N. Correct? So those laws you should use. So this is 10 raised to power 3. Right? So it is 10, 3, 3 cancels out. Your answer is 10. Is everybody getting answer 10? Yes, very good. But see to it that you are following the steps, okay? You want to change it here or you want to change it later, that is up to you. But negative power definitely has to be changed into positive. Okay. Now, next part is, so I hope you're clear till here. Anybody who is not understanding, who has not understood, please tell me right now only. Everybody, is it clear? Anyone having any doubt? Okay. Doubt is Arush. Just 1 second, Arush. Let me locate you, Arush, 1 second. Yes, Arush, what's your doubt?
Ma'am, just before this 8th question, you got 5 by 2. So can we use 2.5?
No, not 2.5. In fraction form, mixed fraction. Okay?
Thank you.
Yeah. Anyone else having doubt? Is it clear? So should we move ahead? Okay. Arya, what doubt you are having there? No doubt.
I don't.
Okay, hand is raised actually.
Oh,
Malay, any doubt there? Malay?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, tell me.
Ma'am, I had a doubt in a previous question. For example, if you write it as 9 to the power 2 by 3, we can even write it as 9 to the power 2 to the power 1 by 3.
9, what do you say? This one?
9, yeah.
So to the power 2, 1 by 3. Yes, you can do it. But I say to make it simpler, right? So it is best you look at this denominator, okay?
Yeah, ma'am.
And then do it, solve it further. Now in this question, definitely, if it was 9, suppose 9, 2 by 3, right? There are two ways of doing it. You can do it 9 square 1 by 3, one way. Second is you can do 9, 1 upon 3 and then 2, which is not possible here. Cube root of 9 is not possible, right?
Yeah, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay, ma'am.
So you have to see which one is the best way to give you the answer. Correct?
Okay, ma'am.
Or you can write, or it could be like this. It goes like this, right? Cube root of 9. So then solve it further and see. Both ways you can try.
Okay, ma'am.
The cube root of 9 ka square, if you do it, okay, now can we start with question number 2? Right? Question number 2, first part is, just write it down, then we'll do it. Into 8 2 by 3 into 50 plus 9 upon 16 into 1 upon minus 1 upon 2. Write it down first. Shifa, exercise 3B doubt can be taken later there, not right now, in between, right? So I'll end session 5 minutes before, then you can clear your doubt for exercise 3B. Okay, now take a look. This is your question, right? It's involving all type of operations. Look at each and everything, laws of indices, keep everything in mind and start solving one by one. Now this is having a negative power. So can I write it as 4 raised power 2, right? If something is having a negative power, we can take a reciprocal and make it positive. Yes, here I'll get back to Malay's doubt later on. Okay, Bhumi, 1 second. Yes, Bhumi, your doubt?
Oh, ma'am, actually, I had a doubt in the 10th formula.
10th formula. Last one, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Last one says if you are having p raised to power, suppose I just write p raised to power, suppose the power is given m and it is q raised to power is given n and r raised to power is s. If something like this is given and it is said it is equal to, right? If it is equal to p raised to power a into q raised to power b into r raised to power c, is something like this is there, right? If you see bases are same everywhere, correct? So what happens? Your m will be equal to a, your n will be equal to b, and your s will be equal to c. Got it?
Ma'am, can you please give an example?
We'll do a question based on this later on. Okay, it's simple. See, if I say 2 raised power,
Okay.
suppose it is m, q, sorry, p raised power, it is 2. Just 1 second. Suppose it is 2 raised power m, it is 3 raised power n, it is 4 raised power s, correct? And here it is given as 2 raised power 3, 3 raised power 2, and 4 raised power 5. So what will happen? What will be n's value? 3, n's value 2, and s value 5. Got it? Yes, Bhumi, did you get it? If it is 2 raised power m, 3, and 4s, and I'm writing it is equal to 2 raised power 3, 3 raised power 2, and 4 raised power 5, that means what is m's value? 3. What is n's value? 2. And what is s value? 5. Clear?
2, 5.
M is
Yes, ma'am.
3, n is 2, and s is 5. Clear? Okay, let's start with this one now. Negative, so I can make it positive, minus 3. Now it's given a fractional indice. What is the denominator here? 3. So can I write 8 as clear? Now what is 5 raised power 0? Anything raised power 0 is 1 plus. It's a negative. So can I take a reciprocal and make it positive? Is first step clear? Okay, some of you have got the answer also. Yes, Arya, what is your doubt there?
Yeah, ma'am. I had a doubt. For the formula of the 10th question, like for the formula of 10th one, like can it go beyond that R raised to S? Then you told 3, can it go?
Yeah, it can go if then, but then on the other side also there should be beyond that. Okay.
And ma'am, how will you solve like 8 raised to 1 by 3? How will you solve that? 8 raised to 1 by 3.
8 raised to 1 by 3.
Yeah.
What does it mean? It means cube root of 8. Clear? Right? Yeah. So can I write 8 as?
So ma'am, the way Malay told, like how would you solve that one?
Okay, I'll solve it later on. Is this clear? This one?
Yeah, this is clear.
So I'll just solve that question. It is like this. If I say 3 raised power 2 is given to me. Clear? There are two ways of solving it. I can write 4 cube raised to power 1 upon 2. Correct? Now what is 4 cube?
4 cube is
64. 64 raised to power 1 upon 2. Can I write it?
Yeah.
Right? 64, can I write 8 square?
Yeah.
So 2 and 2 cancel. What is my answer?
8.
8. Clear? Now, can I write it this way also? This thing?
Yeah.
Correct? Now, this means square root of 4, or I can say 2 raised to power 2. Can I write this way?
Yes.
Right? 4 can be written as 2 square.
Oh, okay, ma'am. I got it.
So this and this cancels out. 2 raised to power cube is 8. Clear?
Yeah, ma'am.
Understood?
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes. So this was Malay's doubt. Can we do it? Yes, we can do it both. Okay. But I'm saying when you're solving the question, try to look at the denominator. Clear? And try to bring this as the power of this only so that it cancels out and our calculation becomes easier. Clear? Okay. So what is 4 square? 16 minus 3. This and this cancels out. It becomes 2 raised to power 2 into 1 plus 16. Look at this denominator. Can I write 16 4 square? So I can write 16 as 4 square and 9 as 3 square. Clear? Right? So this can be further written as into 1 plus. Now can I write it as 4 upon 3 outside into 1 upon 2 because power is same. So it's a single power we can give. Correct? So this and this cancels out. So 16 minus 3 into 4 plus 4 upon 3. Now here remember, you people will often make mistake, go by the DMAS concept, right? You know DMAS, right? BODMAS, bracket of division, then multiplication, then addition, and then subtraction, correct? So it's going to be 16. Don't do 16 minus 3 because this is multiplication first. 16 minus 12 plus 4 upon 3. Many of you will often do 16 minus 3 and then multiply the 4, which is wrong. You know how to go about the operations when there are multiple operations. So this is 4 plus 4 upon 3. 4 3s are 12, which is 16 upon 3, which is 5 1 upon 3. Yes, don't leave your answer at 16 upon 3. Make it a mixed fraction. 5 1 upon 3. No, you should not write it in decimal. Okay. So try to write answer in fraction form, mixed fraction. Clear? Is it clear now? right? So, but write the laws, at least 1 or 2 laws you should write. What laws you use? You use a raised to power 0 is 1. You also use a raised to power minus n is 1 upon a n. Clear? So write all those laws. You should, if suppose 5, 6 laws are used, but at least write 2, 3 laws. You also use the law, right? In your exam, you must write all the laws. According to the BODMAS, it is BODMAS. So multiplication comes before addition. This is doubt of Prathit. Prathit, multiplication comes before addition and subtraction, right? So multiply and then subtract. If only addition and subtraction is given, then you can go from left to right. So I would like all of you to write steps properly. Don't skip any of the steps. Okay, it's very important. Question number 3. It is first part, 81 upon 64. Sorry, not 64. 81 upon 16 minus 3 by 4 raised to power into 25 upon 9. Power is given as minus 3 by 2 divided by 5 upon 2 raised to power minus 3 and bracket closed. Clear? 81 upon 16 raised to power minus 3 upon 4 into, in the bracket, 25 upon 9 minus 3 by 2 divided by 5 upon 2 raised to power minus 3. See to it that bracket things is solved in the bracket only, and this is solved here, and then later on you can solve them all together. So I would like you to solve it. Don't wait for me. Then we'll check whether you're doing it correct or not. If you can go ahead, start it. Okay, this is a negative power, so can I write it 16 upon 81 raised to power 3 by 4? Can I write it? Right, I'm changing it to a positive power. Yes, you can write laws anywhere, but you must write the laws. It is very important, okay? Yes, I'm saying if the big question is involving, suppose all the laws or 2, 3 laws, at least write 2, 3 laws there so that the examiner understand that you know the laws and you're applying it. Okay, it is very important to write. Suppose 5 laws are used, at least if you write 3 or 2 or 3, that's also enough. So can I write it as 16 upon 81? Yes, into, now I'm trying to solve the bracket part. Can I write it as 9 upon 25, 3 upon 2 divided by, can I write it as 2 upon 5 raised to power 3. So I have made all the powers positive. Clear? Now look at this, 4. So just think what should be the base. So I'll get the power 4. So can I write 2 raised to power 4? And 81 can be written as 3 raised to power 4. Right? I'm trying to give the power based on what is given in the denominator. So 16 can be written as 2 raised to power 4. 81 can be written as 3 raised to power 4 into 9 can be written as, look at this. Can I write 9 as 3 square and 25 as 5 square? Correct? And this will remain as this only. You can keep it, or you can write 2 raised to power 3 and 5 raised to power 3. Or you can keep it as it is and close the bracket. Right? Now 4 is to both of them. It is a raised to power n, b raised to power n. So can we write 2 upon 3? 4 can become common. power. Same way here, 3 upon 5. I can make 2 common because same power. Or if I want to write it this way only, let it be this way, or I can give a common power to it. Now this and this cancels out. This and this cancels out. Clear? Right? So I'm erasing the top line. Now from here, this is 2 upon 3 raised to power 3. Clear? Then into this 2 and 2 cancels out. It is 3 raised to power 3. Can we write it this way? Divided by 2 cube 5 cube, or you can write 2 upon 5 raised to power 3. That's also correct. Now when they say evaluate, we have to see, we have to reach a simplified answer. So 2 raised to power 3 is 8, 3 raised to power 3 is 27. I am applying power to both of them. So 2 raised to power 3 is 8, 3 raised to power 3 is 27, because this power goes to both in 2. Now can I write this as 3 into 3 into 3 upon 5 into 5 into 5? Okay. This is divided, correct? Can I take a reciprocal? It will become 5 cube upon 2 cube, right? Division is there, so I can convert it into multiplication sign and take a reciprocal. So this is further 8 upon 27 into 3 into 3 into 3 upon 5 into 5 into 5 into 5 into 5 into 5 upon 2 into 2 into 2. It's for you only I have made this. So 5, 5, 5, 5, 5 and 5 cancels out. So this becomes 8 upon 27 into 3 into 3 into 3 into 3 is 27 and 2 into 2 into 2 is 8. 8, it cancels out. 27, 27 cancels out. Your answer is 1. Okay. Just one second. I'll come to you one by one. Yes, Tanya, what's your doubt?
Ma'am, why was the answer not 0?
Why will be answer 0? Tell me why you think answer is going to be 0.
And because everything is gone.
Everything is gone. So if I say A upon A, it cancels out. What is the answer? Is it 0?
Yes, ma'am.
Why? 27 into 1 is 27. 8 into 1 is 8. So what is the answer?
1.
1. Very good. Okay. Now next is Arya. Yes, tell me, Arya.
Yeah, ma'am. Like you reciprocal 2 by 5, you reciprocal 5 by 2 to make it like to make that minus 3 plus 3. But you again reciprocal it, so it will again become minus 3, right?
I didn't get it. Which one? Here?
No, yeah, ma'am. In the first step, it was 5 by 2 raised to
Here I
minus
am
3.
converting division into multiplication. So what we do?
We reciprocal.
Correct? If it is 2 divided by 2, what do I do? 2 into?
Yes.
Correct? So this is what I did here. So powers will not change. Correct? So here power concept is not there. Division is getting changed into multiplication. So we take a reciprocal. Clear? Right?
We can even do like this, right? What if we like, what if we continue going on 3 by 5 raised to whole raised to 3 divided by 2 by 5 raised to whole raised to 3.
Then?
So we can still solve, right? We can still solve, right?
So start solving. How will you solve? Tell me.
We can open up the brackets. Okay.
You can do it, yes. You know which law, right?
And the dividend.
Yes, it is A upon B, if I say M, divided by C upon D, N, right? Sorry, M. Powers are same, you can bring them together and then do the cancellation. Got it? Because then you can write A upon B upon C upon D. This way. That way also it's correct. Right? I'm just trying to make it a little more simplified so you'll understand. Clear? So that way is also correct because powers are same, so you can bring them together. Right? And then again, same thing will happen. Clear?
Yeah. Thank you, ma'am.
Yes. Anyone else who's having doubt? Just 1 second. Chavi, I got the same answer but in different way. You got the same answer, that's fine. Different way is like do follow the steps properly, right? As Arya said, can't we solve it that way? You can solve it another way also, not a problem. But if you're getting a correct answer and if the method is correct, then no issues. Got it? Then there's no problem. Because we cannot say there's a single way, right? There are many ways. Suppose I could have kept it as 2 into 2 into 2 and 3 into 3 into 3 and then cancelled out, but I multiplied, you didn't multiply, correct? Or you didn't do it here, you kept it, make the powers same and brought it together. That's also correct. Only see to it that you are using correct laws and you're using correct method. That is very important, okay? You're not using any shortcut. 1 second, Malay, I'll just get back to you. Malay. Children, give me 1 second. I have to just take query of Malay. Malay, I can't locate you. My name is, who is this? My name is? Yes, can I know who is written this on the screen? My name is, I don't know what the name is. Arush, kindly change, keep your proper name, screen name, don't change it. Children, just give me 1 second. I have to locate the children. Yes, Malay.
Ma'am, I didn't
Yes.
have doubt.
Okay, because I saw it's written here, I'm having a doubt. Okay,
Ma'am, it was earlier.
okay, fine.
Same thing you read it out.
Okay. ठीक है. Okay, fine. Okay, let's move to next question then. Next is question number 4. It is 81 raised to power 3 by 4 minus 1 upon 32 raised to power minus 2 upon 5 plus 8 raised to power 1 upon 3. Now in your question they are given something like dot here. Dot means your multiplication only, it doesn't mean decimal, okay? Be very clear, you might come across question where plus 8 they are given a dot. This dot means it is multiplied only. So sign is multiplication minus 1 dot 2 raised to power 0. Am I clear? If you see dot somewhere, that means it's a multiplication sign. Remember it, okay? So start doing it. I'll do it afterwards. Arush, just give me a second here. Arush, I cannot locate you. Where are you? Bhagat, Rudra, Malay, Anshuman, Anushka. Arush, can you just type your doubt so that I can read it? Because I cannot locate you right now. So there are many names without screen name, many videos without screen name. Yes, children, can you start solving till the time I'm just going to locate Arush. Arush, kindly write your doubt here. What is the doubt? Please let me know. Okay, we can start with this questions. Just start it quickly. No, don't replace x with, don't replace dot with x sign. Don't replace it. Keep it dot only. Only you remember that it's dot. Okay. Later on, you can replace. At the start, you don't replace it. Okay. So it's a positive power only. So look at the denominator. Power of this 4. So can I write it as 3 raised power 4 into 3 raised power 4? Correct? First step. So let's make it first positive. So can I write it as 32 raised to power 2 upon 5? I make a negative power positive and taken a reciprocal. Plus 8 can be written as 2 cube 1 upon 3 into, it's a negative power, so can I make it a positive power? So it will become 2 raised power 1. And what is 2 raised power 0? Just give me answers. 2 raised power 0 is? Yes, somebody has written 1. Only 2 children have written 1. Yes, 1. Very good. So 2 raised power is 1. So it will be into 1. Later on you can replace, you can write multiplication sign, not an issue, okay? But at the start, let the question be the way it is being kept there only. So this 4 and this 4 cancel out, so it's 3 cube minus, look at the denominator of this fraction indices, it's 5. So can I write 32 as 2 raised power 5? Because 2 raised power 5 is 32 plus this 3 and this 3 cancels out, so it's 2 into 2 into 1. Clear? Now this 5 and this 5 cancels out, right? So 3 cube minus 2 square plus, these are all multiplied. So 2 into 2 into 4, 4 into 1 is 4 only. So can we write it as 27 minus 4 plus 4? Correct? Now positive 4, negative 4 cancels out, or you can do 27 minus 4 and then plus 4. Right? 27 minus 4 is 23, 23 plus 4 is again 27, or I can cancel these. So my answer is 27. 27, very good. Many of you have got answer 27. Yes, I'm giving you still time to do it. Yes, Arush, I'm trying to unmute you.
Yeah, ma'am.
Yeah, tell me your doubt now. What was your doubt?
Ma'am, in question number 3,
Hmm.
it came as 8 by 27 into, in brackets,
Hmm.
27 upon 25, 125 into 125 upon 8.
Correct.
And directly that time only you could have written 1, right?
Yes. I just went little ahead using the formulas, right? If you can do it there only, go ahead. Not a problem at all. If you have there only written this is 125 upon 8, you can do it there also. Not an issue. Okay.
Okay.
Yes. The meaning of dot, Aman, the meaning of dot is it is multiplication sign. Okay. So don't take it as a decimal sign. It's a multiplication sign. Remember it. Clear? So next question. Next question is question number 5. It is 64 upon 125 minus 2 by 3 divided by 1 upon 256 upon 625 raised to power 1 by 4 plus, it's in the bracket, square root of 25 upon cube root of 64 raised to power 0. Okay, so it is 64 upon 125 raised to power minus 2 upon 3 divided by 1 upon 256 upon 625 raised to power minus 1, 1 upon 4 plus this raised to power 0. Correct? Now this raised to power 0 means this entire thing is 1. Correct? So don't solve it because it's given in the bracket. So this raised to power 0. So that means this entire thing is what? 1. And now start solving it. Okay, take your time and do it. Okay, there's a negative power, so can I make it positive? Divided by look at this power. What is the indices? 1 upon 4. What is in the denominator? 4. That means 1 by 4 goes to this also, 1 by 4 goes to this also, right? So try to make 256 with a base which has power 4 and write 625 with the base which has power 4. I'm waiting for you to write it. So 256. So 256, tell me what should be the base and the power has to be 4. So what could be the base here? Can I write it as 4 is power 4 and 625 as 5 is power 4? Right? Because 4 is power 4 means 16 into 16, which is 256. So I can give it a power 1 by 4. And this I said is raised to power 0. That means it is 1. Clear? Now start solving it. 125 can be written as 5 cube. 64 can be written as 4 cube. Solve it. Solve this also. So can I write it as 5 cube upon 4 cube 2 by 3 divided by, can we write it as 4 upon 5 plus 1. Any doubt till here? Okay, some of you have got answers also. Very good. It's correct too. 1 by 4 is correct. Palak, 6 is not answered here. Okay, check again. So are you clear till this step? Right? I have made a negative into positive power and taken a reciprocal. Here I am looking at the denominator of this fraction indices 4. So can I write 256 with something as power of 4? Yes, 4 is power 4. Can I write 625 with something as power is power 4? Yes, 5 is power 4. And this entire thing is in the bracket. So it's going to be 1. Clear? So this can be further written as 3 divided by this, and this cancels out. Can I write it as I plus 1? Clear? So this 3 and this 3 cancels out. So this becomes 5 upon 4 raised to power 2 divided by 1 upon 4 upon 5 plus 1. Now, if I write something as 1 upon A upon B, this means B upon A. Clear or not? Right? You've done this before also. 1 upon this means B upon A. So same thing we can apply here also. So 5 upon 4 raised to power 2 divided by, this goes 5 upon 4 plus 1. Correct? If you want to use the law here, you can use when bases are same, powers are subtracted, division, or you open it, it becomes 25, becomes 4. You can change the sign here into multiplication and write 4 upon 5. There are many ways. If I want to take a law, I can take law here because bases are same. So if bases are same, powers are subtracted. So I can write 2 minus 1 plus 1. Correct? So this becomes 5 upon 4 plus 1, which is LCM goes here 5 plus 4 upon 4, which is 9 by 4, which is 2 1 upon 4. Correct? This is the one way I apply the laws of indices. Or what you could have done, you could have done this way: 25 upon 16. Division changes into multiplication sign. Could have done this way also. 5 5s are 4 4s are. So you're getting 5 upon 4 plus 1. Both are correct. So I will not say why did you use this. You could have gone by this method also. Clear? But I use laws of indices here to get the answer. Okay, many of you got 9 upon 4. Don't keep your answer at 9 upon 4. Bring it to the mixed fraction. Okay, make it to 1 upon 4. Get into the habit. If you're having a mixed fraction, get in the habit. It's not 5 upon 4 there. It is 5 upon 4 whole square. Arya, it is 5 upon 4 whole square. Clear?
Yeah, ma'am. No, I was asking if it was like this, so then it will be 2, right?
Yes, then it will be 2. But it is not like that, na?
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. So is it clear? Okay. I have a question. Who is this? Arush. Yes, Arush, what is your question? Yes, Arush.
Ma'am, what happened?
You had asked for the question. I have a question. It is Arushi, sorry. Arushi, let me get back to you. 1 second here, just. Anish, Soumya, Avanti, Adi. Just give me some time to locate the children. It's not here. Archish Gargi, Sanj. Okay, Arushi, just give me some time. She's here. Okay, Arushi, what was your doubt, dear?
Ma'am, I didn't understand the law 9, the ninth law.
Ninth law?
Yeah.
Why you're not paying attention right now what I'm teaching?
No,
Okay.
ma'am, that I got correct.
Okay, it is AM equal to BM, right? It says if AM is equal to BM, this means A equal to B. Do you remember compound interest where we have done questions like this? Right? Suppose it was 2 upon 3 raised to power 3 and 4 upon 6. Suppose I'm saying, suppose it's not correct. Suppose it's like this. Or it is, suppose it is R upon 10 raised to power 3. Correct? It means same thing. A is 2 upon 3, B is R upon 10. Correct? Now, if powers are same, we can equate the bases. Clear? Okay. So, can we move to next question now? Arushi's daughter, sorry ma'am. Sanj, answer is to which? Answer is this question. Tanay, what is your doubt there?
Yes, ma'am, I saw. You have taken 5 by 4, 2 minus 1. I didn't do that.
Okay.
I directly in the division, I took 4 by 5 up. It's okay.
Yes,
like that
yes. Change into multiplication sign, 4 by 5. Got it?
Okay, ma'am.
Yes. You can do that way also. I hope you're writing the laws. Wherever you're using the laws, you're writing laws beside it. Okay, don't forget it. Now let's start with question number 7. No, question number 6. Sorry, question number 6. Question number 6. Yes, question number 6 is 27 raised to power 4 by 3 plus 32 raised to power 0.8. Now here it is point, it is not multiplication. Okay, be very careful about this. This is not multiplication, it is 0.8. It's a decimal only. Plus 0.8 raised to power minus 1. It's again decimal because it's in the brackets. It's again decimal. Plus 0.8 raised to power 0. Okay, so I'm giving you time to solve it. Start solving. I'll definitely help you here. Don't worry. Now remember, these points are not multiplication, it's a decimal. Okay. 4 upon 3. So look at the denominator. Can I write it as clear? Plus 32. Now 0.8. Let's bring it to the fractional indices. So can I write it as 8 by 10? 0.8 is 8 by 10. Plus, can I write it as 8 by 10 raised to power minus 1? And here you need not to change. Anything raised to power 0 is 1. Correct? So don't change it. Anything raised to power 0 is 1. Did you understand? It is 0.8. So I made it in the fraction form, which is 8 upon 10. This is 0.8. I wrote 8 upon 10 raised to power minus 1. And this I need not to change because anything raised to power 0 is 1. So I'm writing as 1. Clear? Now this means 3 into 4 upon 3. So 3 and 3 cancels out. Plus, now you reduce it. 8 upon 10. Can you reduce it? You can reduce it to 4s are, to 5s are. Correct? So can I write it as 32 4 upon 5 plus, it's a negative. So can we make it positive? 10 upon 8 plus 1. I hope you're clear with this first and second step. If any doubt, then ask. Then ask right now only. Bhumi, are you having a doubt? So so I have done it. Arya, I have done it. 32 raised to power 0.8. It can be written as 8 upon 10. You can further reduce it, 4 upon 5. Correct? This can be 8 upon 10 is for minus 1, and anything raised to power 0 is 1. Clear? So let's move ahead then. Yes, Bhumi, are you still having doubt there? Bhumi?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, tell me what's the doubt?
Oh, ma'am, actually in the question, wherever it is given dot, it is multiplication,
No,
right?
no. But here it's in the bracket, so it's not multiplication. It's a decimal. Clear?
No,
If
ma'am,
the-
not that. I'm talking about the previous sum
Yes,
itself.
yes.
Ma'am, so in place of the dot, can we put a multiplication?
Later on. First, write the question as it is, and then you can replace it with multiplication sign. Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay, so let's finish it. It is 3 raised to power 4 plus 32. Look at the denominator here. It is 5, 1/5. So can I write 32 as 2 raised to power 5 plus 10 upon 8 plus 1. So this 5 and 5 cancels out. 3 raised to power 4 plus 2 raised to power 4 plus 10 upon 8 plus 1. This I'm leaving to you. Tell me the answer. 3 raised to power 4 is 81. 2 raised to power 4 is 16. Yes, give me the final answer. Yes, anyone has solved it? Correct. Yes, correct. The ones who are giving it 99.25 is correct. 99 1 upon 4, that's also correct. Let's keep it in the fraction form only. 99 1 upon 4. Okay. Much correct. 99 2 upon 8. 2 upon 8 can be further simplified. The ones who have got answer 99. Somebody has got answer as 99 2 upon 8. 2 upon 8 can be further simplified. 2 ones are 2, 2 4. So 99 1 upon 4. This should be your final answer. Okay, have I made it clear? The ones who have written 99 2 upon 8. Okay, reduced form. Your final answer should be in the reduced form. Yes, most of you are getting it correct answer. 99 1 upon 4. Yes, very good. So I leave this addition up to you. I'll just write the final answer 99 1 upon 4. Because addition, you all must be able to do, right? It should not happen that you're not able to do. Arya Gupta. Yes, Arya Gupta.
Yes, ma'am. Can we reduce that plus 10 by 8?
Yes, why not? Go ahead. You know how to do. You want to reduce it and then solve it. It's fine.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. Tanay, yes, Tanay, what's your doubt?
Yes, ma'am. What if the question is 2.8 point 2.6 or something? So how do we assume that if it's a multiplication sign or not?
Say it again.
2.8 into 2.4. Imagine, ma'am.
2.8 into 2.4.
No, 2.4. Yeah, ma'am. 2.4.
This
2.8 2.4.
This way?
Yeah, ma'am. And
so
the point.
If they will give you this way, that means it is 2. If they're not giving you brackets, so just 2 into 8 into 2 into 4. Simple.
Okay.
Got it? Okay, let's do question number 7 now. I'll write it for you, question number 7. Question number 7 is this. I'll do at the end. I'll give you 5 minutes to solve it. Now, before you solve it, take a look here. Now, this can't be decimal, right? Take a look. 3 into, because this is given in the bracket. So, this is multiplication sign. This is not decimal sign. Clear? So, I would like you to solve first and then I'll take your query. I want answers from you only, but definitely I'll solve it. But I'm giving you 5 minutes to go through it. So it is 9 raised to power 5 upon 2. This is 3 into 4 raised to power 0 minus 1 upon 81 raised to power minus 1.2. I know most of you will be doing it. I think maximum children will be solving it on their own. Yes, answer is 231 correct. The ones who have solved it, very good. Okay, so 9 can be written as minus 3. 4 raised to power 0 is 1. Minus, it's a negative indices. So I can make it positive by taking a reciprocal. Clear? So this is 3, 2 into 5 by 2 minus 3 minus 9 square raised to power 1 by 2. 2 and 2 cancels out. 3, 5 minus 3, 2 and 2 cancels out. Minus 9. Now you should know what is 3 raised to power 5. Till 3 raised to power 4, you know 3 raised to power 4 is 81. So multiply 81 with 3. You will get 243. No, check again. What will you get? 81 into 4. 4 ones are 4 and 8 threes are, sorry, 3 ones are 3, 3 8s are 24. 243, correct? So we're going to get 243 minus 3 minus 9. Solve it. 243 minus 3 is 240. 240 minus 9 is 231. Right? Yes. Clear? Any doubt in this question? Okay. So if you're having any doubt, ask right now. Okay, somebody was having doubts from exercise 3B. I don't know who was it. Please, can you just write in the chat who was that? Shifa. Okay, Shifa was that. Shifa, 1 second. I'll stop here today for this exercise. I'll not take it further. Okay. So we'll stop here. I'll just speak to Shifa. Shifa, ha. Yes, Shifa.
Ma'am, and question number 9.
Question number?
Question number 9, exercise 3B.
Exercise 3B. 1 second. Exercise 3B. 1 second. Exercise 3B. Question number 9. Yes.
Ma'am, in that I solved the first part, but the second and third part is in minus sign. So how will I?
So see, you solve the first part, correct? Okay. Now again, I'm not just going to solve it. I'll just give you a hint how you're going to solve it. Clear? So children, if you've not yet solved it and shared a query, it was given x plus 1 upon x is equal to 4, right? So you solved the first part. First part was correct. So you took cube of it and you got the answer, right, Shifa? Hello, Shifa? Yes, you took a cube of it and you solved and got the answer. Clear? Now, second part was x minus 1 upon x you have to find. Clear? Now, there are two ways. One is, I told you, whenever you come across something like this, positive is given and negative you have to find. So we have one formula, if you remember. This is one way you can solve it using this formula. Shifa, write it down. This is one way, correct? Which says a plus b whole square minus a minus b whole square is 4ab. But since here a is x and b is 1 upon x, it cancels out, you will get 4. Now you can substitute the value here and get this answer. This is one way. Second is, now you need to find x minus 1 upon x, correct? Correct? Now take a square of it. What you will get? X square plus 1 upon x square minus 2. Correct? But you are not having this value. Are you having this value? So what are you going to do? So first you should square this one. So you are going to square this first. So when you square it, you are going to get x square, squaring on both sides. So you will get x square plus 1 upon x square plus 2 equal to 16. So you are getting x square plus 1 upon x square. 16 minus 2 is 14. So you got the value of x square plus x upon this. Clear? Now this value you can substitute here. Right? What is it? 14. 14 minus 2 is 12. Correct? So can you now find what is x minus 1 upon x whole square? You got as 12. So what is x minus 1 upon x? It is square root of 12. Correct? Square root of 12. Now how can I write square root of 12? It is 4 into 3. Right? Now what is square root of 4? It is 2 root 3. So plus minus 2 root 3. Then how to find third part? Third part you can find because you got the value of this. So you can find now x cube minus 1 upon x cube. Clear? Right? This above method is little simpler. But if you don't remember this, you can go by this method also. Clear? Any other person who is having doubt from previous questions? Yeah, okay. So I'll leave you here. Please do start doing the homework. And in the next section, do ask the question. I'm going to upload the worksheet also for expansion. So do it. Okay. So have a great day. Okay. Bye. Bye, everybody.